This picture has a little backstory to it. Originally, it wasn't going to be an ogre. I intended it to be another dragon. I had a reference photo set up, and I searched all over my little studio in my living room for the picture. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I thought I'd just do it on my brain, and I started doodling it. And before I knew it, I had this ogre. And I looked down and I said, how did I go from a dragon to this? But the drawing was good. I liked what I had done. So I decided to keep it and just go for this instead because I'd done so many dragons recently. I thought it was time for a change anyway. So this ogre, I wanted it to be real basic with this one and not overdo it. And I thought about just stopping it at the ink wash stage. I did go into some painting, but I kept it super light and super basic so I wouldn't overdo it. Because the last picture I did just before this one was not very good. I posted it. I'm not going to say which picture it was, but I needed to do a second one tonight so that I felt good about myself because I can't put crap on my page. So anyway, I now have an ogre, and I don't think I have it. Well, I don't really have an ogre yet, so this is kind of new for me. It's very stylistic. I'm using my 8H pencil, very soft pencil, very thick. Getting my nice outlines done. And here, before I was doing my outlines and then coming into my cross hatching. Here I'm kind of doing it at the same time. That's more like how I used to do it back in the old days. So I'm kind of getting back into my old groove. Here I'm putting like what I think I consider to be elf ears. I guess they're elf/ogre ears. And I decided to put them in some sort of a cowl. I'm not much of a fashion designer. I just put like an Elvis hood on him and some buttons around the edges just for decoration. And then I put some few wrinkles in his leather there. Kept it real super basic because these are just supposed to be fun, easy things to do. Now, if you're here to learn how to draw or how to shade or how to do ink washes, just kind of watch carefully how I do it. This is going pretty fast, but it's pretty basic. Right now I'm putting contour lines in. Those contour lines really help me with my ink washes because it kind of tells me where all the curve spaces are at, right? So I know where to put my ink. Now this time, I only went with one value of ink. I often go with two, but last time I had a problem and I made my second value too dark, and I came in with a few surprises. I said, this time I'm not going to do that. I'm only going to come in with like a 40% medium wash and do everything. And if I absolutely had to come in and do another darkening, I would just use a pencil or something. But it was part of my idea to keep it simple. And it worked. It was very, very effective. So here it is. I'm putting in my wash. That's more like a 50%. And it's the same throughout the entire picture. Simple, keep it simple, stupid. That's what I was doing here. Because many times in the past, I would just go way overboard. And I liked it. Right here, all I'm doing is trying to separate the background from the foreground. Super simple. It's all an even tone or value. They call it value in the art world. I know that because I spent like 20 grand on art school. And that's one of the things I learned. It's called a value. So here I am painting around the teeth, painting around the lip. I think as far as the cartoon goes, I have a lot of cartooning background. I've mentioned that 1,000 times. But as far as cartoons goes, this is pretty decent. I was really happy with it. If I have a good starting image, then I know that the rest of the painting is going to go well. And I call this a painting because I do dip into the acrylics at the very, very, very end. But right now I'm putting the ink wash in around the edges. I'm getting some more contours in here, making it look 3D. I'm not doing any AI here. I can't complain about AI because I have used some AIs for thumbnails, and which is kind of funny because some of my best views on my YouTube channel have come from AI thumbnails, which makes me wonder, why am I bothering to teach people how to paint? Why does anybody want to paint? We have AI now. Now you can get a robot. You can be a robot and just do it that way. And then you can just print it on your printer and stick it in a frame, and you can never have to paint again. So what's my opinion of AI? I think there's probably a place for it. But to me, maybe because I'm old school, I'm not sure what old school means really. But I grew up in a time before we had computer everything, and I value human touch or human ideas. I know AI is based off of other people's art because it's absolute theft, absolute positively theft of other people's intellectual property. I'm a photographer too, so I know all about intellectual property. I've had my photos ripped off, and a couple times I tried taking people to court. But because I'm not even going to talk about it. But I know what it's like to have your stuff ripped off, and I've been ripped off before. So I'm not a big fan of AI. I try not to use the AI thumbnails. One time I went through and replaced a bunch of them. Next day I went back and I took them all off. Well, all but a couple. I like using my own stuff because I think people, when they want to see a tutorial, they kind of want to see what you can do. It's like going car shopping. You want to see the car before you buy it. So that thumbnail should at least show you what you're going to get. And I haven't made a thumbnail for this one yet, but I'm probably going to use a screenshot of this. I really, really like the way this one turned out. I like the highlights. I like the overall tone. I like the way he looks. I like the expression on his face. Those big old tusks coming out of his jaw. This was just a good one. Now, when I do these for YouTube, I do them pretty quickly. You probably see I sketched it out ahead of time. Then I go over it. I don't want to do it raw. I need to have something to go by. But I wish, in a way, I could do like my acrylic paintings, where I take a 3-hour painting and drill it down to a 20-minute video. But it's just kind of difficult. These are more gestural. They're more caricatures. Something you would get at the mall or at a fair. It's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm not trying to knock myself out. I do intend someday to go back and do some more of my more elaborate paintings. Is that my cat? What was that? Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things. But I want you to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, do all those things. I'm getting more and more subscribers all the time. I'm seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. You know, a month ago I wasn't getting any subscribers, so things are looking up. And if you guys can help me out, oh, there's the eye shine. That is what just made my shot. I hope you saw me do that. I love putting the eye shine on. And now here I have some acrylic paint, and I'm putting some warts on him. Not a lot, just some here and there, just to give some a little more texture, just a little bit more. I didn't want to overdo this one, and I think I didn't. I think this would be great, like on a T-shirt or on a poster or something like that. Maybe one day I'll offer these for sale. I don't know. But I'm really happy with this one so far. So I want to thank you for showing up again and watching me paint my ogre. And there's signing my name. Thank you very much.